Right, Bo. A little more work for you tonight, 2 quarters, and then that first drive to start the second half. How did you feel with a little more on you tonight?
Yeah, it felt good, man. I was excited about it. I think even when we got the rough and the punter there, I put the helmet on and tried to go back in. I knew it was trying to take me out to the first drive, but once I saw the rough and the punter, I was like, yeah, I want to get back in there and help us score this touchdown. But, full faith and trust in Matt. Obviously, you watched him ball out again tonight. Just feels great to be a part of a special quarterback room. But, yeah, for myself individually, it felt good to get out there.
Matt kind of mentioned it was almost like an offense versus offense, defense versus defense. So what can you say about your offense's ability to go back and forth with BC tonight in such a close game?
I think we've proven, over the last little bit that we're a dangerous team. And when we're locked into details and executing our offense the way that we know how, we can be scary. I mean, as long as we understand, what O keeps preaching is that good play, bad play, doesn't matter, on to the next one, right? So I think playoff implication-wise, understanding, from a guy that's been there a lot is understand the plays that are going to lose you games in playoffs, right? A pick early for a touchdown. Already having big plays on the board and having bad penalties that take them off. Right, so those are things we're going to learn from on film. We did them early in the year. We got rid of them for a really long time. They reared their head again tonight. So again, it's a good reminder. Hope it doesn't cost us a game. Again here late, but it's a good reminder for us for playoffs.
Thanks.
How do the touchdown drives feel after the work to come back and the process to get you back in your position to start tonight? The pick aside, how do those 2 drives feel for you?
Yeah, I mean they felt great. I think. Staying process-driven and understanding what it takes to be successful as an offense, and for myself is keeping that process-driven mindset of just, hey, man, execute the play for what it is. I had the one play early, and Scott said, hey, just go through your reads. Just doesn't overreact about it. Doesn't say, hey, you can't do that. Just, hey, go through your reads, right? Like the offense will work. Go through your reads. It's going to be great. And the times to, innovate will happen. Will happen on one of the touchdowns early, and it's just I think just continue to see things for what they are every single play. Process as much information as you can pre-snap, and then when it leads to touchdowns, it shows we understand and know what we're doing detail-wise as an entire group.
How important will it be for you to play as much as you can against Montreal?
I mean, again, I think I'm going to play.
I saw you go in, and I saw you, and you looked at them, and you were like, am I going in? And they said no, and you're like, okay. Like at a certain point, I know we all know the competitor you are. Like, when do you kind of say, okay, I need as much playing time as I can get before the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've played a lot of football, and whatever Coach O and Scott decide, that's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm ready and prepared to play for the entire game. We've got a bye week now, so I'm going to get my body completely ready, even ahead of it where it is now. And mentally, I'm going to be ready to go from now until the Grey Cup and play every snap.
You're going to have to do this if you do this on the road.
I'm going to have to do this if I do this on the road.
The team.
See what I'm saying? He's good for one of those.
It's entertainment. If the team is going to do this, get to the Grey Cup, you're going to have to do it on the road, which is very difficult to do. The fact that you've had pretty good success on the road this year, does that in any way play into confidence or belief that this isn't as big a deal as?
Oh, it's a big deal no matter what. I don't think even if we're undefeated on the road, it wouldn't be not a big deal. But I think we've proven that we can play on the road. Now we've got to prove that we can go beat 2 teams we haven't beaten yet.
You talked a lot. We were talking yesterday. You talked about listening and going in there and understanding the culture. You know what the process is in getting to a Grey Cup as well as Taylor Ron and Simone Lawrence. Is there an approach that you'll have as a leader that you've thought about come playoff time that's based in that experience and what you've achieved? Yeah,
I mean, I would think, I don't know for a fact, but I would think that out of the players in that locker room, I probably have the most playoff games under my belt. I hope that's something that guys want to lean on and listen to, and when I speak, I hope that's something they take to heart. Now, I'm not going to overdo it because, again, we have more than one leader in this locker room. We have a lot, and it goes from veterans down to rookies. We've got guys in this team that understand when to speak up and how to. Now, I'm not going to go over there and try to make my voice overly heard. You know what I mean? Like, there's, I said it today just now, hey, there's things that lost us a game that will lose us games in playoffs. Like, there's certain situations you can't let things happen, right? And I think, if and O already does a great job of it. He shows things from the past. We can learn from those things, right? Learn from those that came before you. So he'll show the things that can lose us a game, but then he's going to speak on the positive, and we're going to move on. We're not going to harp on what happened. We would love to put ourselves in a position to go play Montreal and play for the home playoff game so we can play in front of our fans. But right now, that's not a possibility. So we're going to lock in what we have and accomplish the goal in front of us like we have. And again, stay process driven and understand what's right in front of you. And that's how we can get there with the right mindset. Yeah.
Well, you talked about the quarterback room. You've got 3 guys that have got
4.
Yeah, well, 3 guys that have got significant playing experience this year, and a 4th guy who
has made every play he's been.
Yeah. So I mean, what type of room? When you talk about special room, is it because you've got 4 guys that are capable of coming in different situations, or do all 4 of you mesh like that?
Oh, we mesh very well. I mean, we're a close knit group. We eat out a lot. We hang out a lot on the road. Obviously the group text and all our girls know each other. So we're a very close knit group, and we understand that to win a Grey Cup, your quarterback has to play well, no matter who's in there. So right now, I think the entire room probably has a lot of confidence in our group, no matter who is in there. And I think a lot of us being unselfish when it comes to that fact is that, hey, go out there and play your best ball, put your best foot forward as much as you can. And I can tell you what, every time I'm in there, nobody cheers louder than Matt, Taylor, and Kai. And it's the same when Matt's in there, vice versa. We got a very tight knit group, but I'm telling you, that's every single position group in this room. So it's a special room. Now we just got to go out there and make it worth it.
Is there?
Who put the shirt together?
That's wifey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Notice we got Casey Sales down there too.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. Appreciate it, boys.